I'm Dr. Ryan DeBell from The Movement Fix. Welcome back to Movement Fix Monday. This week I want to show you guys a great banded shoulder warm-up. Now I've done a video before on a daily shoulder prehab that you can do with crossover symmetry bands, but not everybody has crossover symmetry bands. So what you'll need to do this is some sort of band. You could use like one of these kind of jump stretch bands. Not this thickness for this, you'd have to use a really thin one, but you could potentially use the thin, I think they're orange, ones of those. But if you have a band like this, which is a very typical kind of rehab rubber band, I actually have a bunch coming in that I'll put on my website next week. This is a 0.2 millimeter, it's a very thin, lightweight band. So what I'm gonna show you is a series of movements that you can do with this band as a great shoulder warm-up. So, the first one that we'll do is called a band pull apart. So the band pull apart, when we use a band like this, I'm just gonna grab it, and you'll have to play around with the width depending on the strength of the band, but I'm gonna grab it so my palms are facing each other. So I'm just intertwining at my fingers like this. And again, resistance will be dependent on how far your hands are apart. But I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna look straight forward, I'm gonna take the band, and I'm just gonna pull it apart like this. And I'm just gonna do 5 reps just like this. Now there's a couple key points I want to make with this band pull apart because it's a pretty popular exercise or movement that people do, but what I don't want to do is maximally pinch my shoulder blades together. So if you watch me from the back, that would look like this. If I go here and then I maximally pinch my shoulder blades together, I kind of get stuck. What I want to think about instead is when I pull apart, I'm pulling apart and I'm thinking of separating my hands from each other. So actually going farther apart rather than thinking about pinching back together. So this would be pinching and this would be more going straight out. So I'm gonna do 5 reps there. Now the second movement that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the band about the same width. I'm gonna start with my right hand down and then I'm gonna basically pin the band down using my right hand. And with the left hand, I'm gonna pull up and I'm gonna reach up towards the ceiling as far as I can. So that would be 1, that would be 2, that would be 3. Now, again, a key performance point with this is I'm actually thinking about not only just taking my arm up there, but I'm thinking about taking my arm up and then shrugging my hand up toward the ceiling. And what that does, if I have a shoulder model here, if this was we'll say this is my right hand, so if this is my right arm going up, I don't just want movement here at the shoulder joint, I want the scapula, the shoulder blade, to glide up like this. So when this arm is going up here like this, I don't just want to lift here, I'm thinking about going up like this as well. So it's important to do the shrugging up part of that. So it's going to be 5 reps of pinning down with one side, lifting up with the other. After I've done that, because that kind of works the eccentric and concentric phases of this shoulder, I actually want to do an isometric up here. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to isometrically hold up here. I'm going to take this arm and then bring it down like this. 5 total reps. Then I'd switch sides. This arm pins down, this arm raises up for 5 total reps. Then it would stay up here and then you'd go here for 5 total reps. So both sides I'm working isometric down and then eccentric, concentric down, and then the same thing for the up arm. So I'm working kind of all phases. After I do 5 reps of that, I'm gonna do 5 pass-throughs with the band. So I'm gonna, again, grab at the appropriate width, and I'm gonna pass through. That would be one key point of performance here, is when I'm going up and back through, I'm thinking again about shrugging, like I'm shrugging up and around versus holding and pinning my shoulder blade and then trying to do it all through the shoulder joint. Not everything happens at the shoulder joint. The shoulder blade moves a lot, so we have to make sure that we get that involved in the band pull apart, or sorry, in the pass through. And then the last movement I'm gonna do is just an external rotation isometric hold. So I'm gonna grab the band, and this will be, you may have to double the band up for this, but I'm gonna grab it relatively close. I'm gonna pull it in, my elbows into my side, and then I'm gonna separate my hands from each other just so that I'm basically at 90 degrees here. I'm not gonna be way out like this, but it's just gonna be so my forearms are pointing straight out in front of me. Credit to Chris Johnson for this one with the mini band. And I'm gonna hold this for 30 seconds, looking straight ahead, not doing anything weird with my neck. And then after 30 seconds, I'll take a break. Now I'll go through that whole thing about 3 to 5 reps. You might fatigue out pretty quick, or 3 to 5 rounds. You might fatigue out pretty quickly, so you'll have to just kind of gauge it by how you're feeling at the time. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go through 1 full round, and I'll put it at a faster pace so you can see what it looks like in its entirety for 1 round. So here we go. Okay, so that was one full round. Again, I may do 3 up to 5 rounds depending on the strength and endurance of you or the athlete or the patient that you're working with. You could of course go heavier than a 0.2 millimeter band or the orange band, but these aren't necessarily the biggest, strongest moving muscles, so it may not be the best thing to go really heavy because you'll probably compensate. So that's what I got for you guys for this week on Movement Fix Monday. If you don't already follow the Movement Fix on Facebook, make sure to go to facebook.com/the Movement Fix. You can find me on Instagram at the Movement Fix. I will see you guys next week.